10,
9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4,
3,
2,
1.
Hey, what's happening? Welcome to Ladies Discourse. Oh my God, look at you, Georgia. You scary mojo.
Oh, Georgie looks so beautiful.
I do look amazing, don't I? Georgia's not here right now. But I want to be here.
Are you that girl from The Exorcist, Georgia?
Oh Lord.
I
Look amazing. So not you. So not you. Welcome to the show. You look amazing too, Claz. And hey, who are you dressed up as?
I am a broken doll. So I look all shiny and new, but just slightly broken.
just like me. I'm the exorcist.
I think you actually got to scare people. That's amazing. Most people are like, I'm going to go sexy Halloween. You're like, I'm going to go Halloween.
I did that one year. I dressed as a really creepy looking mummy. It was great. No one knew it was me.
I love that.
Oh, hi, ladies. Hi. I think I'm back for about 5 minutes. How is everyone? Hi. I'm here trapped, and I don't know. I haven't been feeling myself lately. I don't know what's going on. I'm a little bit, yeah. The class, I think I'm gonna have to do a consultation with you.
I would love
How's
to consult
everybody?
with you. You
Happy
would be
Halloween.
very interesting to consult with. Happy Halloween to you.
everyone.
Happy Halloween. George, you look amazing. Top effort. You really look a lot like that chick from The
I
Exorcist.
do. I'm ready. Hey, Richard.
Well, let's bring on our special guest. We've got someone here that hasn't been on for a long time. She's a long friend of the show, and it's awesome to have her back. Hey, welcome. Good to see you, Jack. What's happening?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Jack.
How you been?
Been pretty good, I guess. Been traveling.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've been all over. Met up with a couple of Hexicans along the way. Unfortunately, me and AJ just kept chasing each other.
Oh, yeah.
Someday.
No. Well, it's so good to see you, Jack. Thanks for coming. Thanks for dressing up. You look awesome. Are you as anyone, like a character, or just
Well, I kind of mixed matched it. I had a mask on earlier, which you missed. Let's see if I can put it in the picture here.
I love that mask. Is it too hot to keep wearing?
Yeah. Well, I just put this
No, I
on.
understand. Every costume is slightly uncomfortable in different ways, isn't it?
And I know you have a little bit
That
of
feels so good.
feedback there, Jack. But we're going to deal with it because I know you're out bush and you got a bad signal, so we're just going to suck it up tonight. Let's bring more guests on. We have we got this real hunky dude. Hey, hunky dude.
What's up?
Hey.
How you doing? Free mustache on Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, no, not you.
You look so sexy there.
Cece,
I'd sit on that
I'm
Tash.
going to appear in your dreams,
Hey, would you say, hey, I'll take you to my Camaro, put the seat down, play some 80s rock. I'll show you a really good time in the back seat.
Oh, I love that.
Not you, no. Not so much you.
Keep assessing this bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us, mate. Good to see you, and thanks for dressing up. How you been traveling there?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you, mate.
Oh, okay. I haven't been traveling, but I've been hosting some travelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. Can't wait to hear all
Party.
about it.
It was a freaking badass party. It was cool.
I can't wait to hear all that. I want to know every detail and if there was any hookups. But we'll bring on another one of our mates. Hey.
Yes.
Hey, guys.
What's happening?
Oh, I'm kind of a big deal. It's,
You are indeed. And you
Find
look
myself
amazing.
in all this bear market, you know.
Thanks for
Well-
coming, Miss Dildo Lindsay. Great
Did
to
you
see
say
you.
dildo? My favorite word.
Can't wait to
I
hear
didn't
about you.
think of that when I chose the costume. I went for style. I went for what can I blend in with my green screen. I went for, you know,
Very
big deal.
nice.
It's a big deal.
Awesome. Hot Pro. Hey, baby, hot baby. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. How are you?
Oh, you're on mute, hon.
Get your inner voice.
Oh, I was on mute. All
How
right.
you doing?
Come one, come all from every sect to come partake in staking hex. I am a gnome.
Oh, awesome. Such a pretty little name. Thanks for joining us again, Hopper. Always great to see you. And
Thank
how you
you.
been doing? All right.
Oh yeah, it's been very volatile. I've been looking at the charts, looking at Mintra, looking at 9-inch just launched. It's pretty crazy.
Isn't it? And that
Yeah.
$35,000 Bitcoin. Wow. It's been amazing. Amazing. We've got lots to talk about. But last not least, let's welcome our special guest, Whitney Magic, who's been hanging around a bit. Welcome to the show, Whitney.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, Whitney.
I'm bringing in a little multi-dimensional time space travel to also bring some good news that Hex and Pulse look great in the future.
Awesome. Yes, we love that kind of news. Awesome. Well, hey, sorry about my camera, everyone. I am having tech difficulties this morning, so sorry you can't see me. I was going to dress up as Richard Hart, but anyway, let's say hello to the chat. Welcome, Hexray Vision, Nico, Charlie, David, Johnny, Steaknomics, Casey, Drix, Akada Mason, Chris Psychedelics, Make It Miriam, Tin Top, DJ Polly Wood, Susie Q, Hex Logic, and anyone else that I've missed because I'm going blind. Oh, Belliot Brand. There, well, we got some big names. Vibrafine.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Valiant. Happy birthday from down under.
Jesus
Happy
Christ.
birthday, Belliot Brand. All right, ladies. So it's a big show today. We've got lots to talk about. Who's been loving all these green candles?
Pickles.
Yeah, green dildos.
Love
Pickles, you
it.
got this one.
Nice the loot. You gotta respect the pump. Dress accordingly.
It's
You're
been an
adorable,
amazing-
Lindsay, I swear.
I love you.
It's a big deal.
I mean, I don't mean to brag, but you know. A little spicy here. Let's get it going. We got a lot to chat about tonight. What's good?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, let's start with the meetups. I want to go first because we had our Sydney
Yes.
meetup in a couple of weeks ago, weekend before yours, Christy. So we had a meetup in Sydney. We had a really great time at the Occidental on the Friday night. We played some games, had some trivia. And of course, the lovely Claz and her lovely husband was there, made it all the way over from Perth. So we had a really good turnout. We had a cruise, a harbour cruise on Sydney Harbour on the Saturday, which went really well. Beautiful food, beautiful drink, great weather, and just awesome scenery. And then we just had a breakfast on the Sunday. But it was a great time. We all come together. And at the time, you know, being the bear market and all the news, it was quite a good sentiment. Everyone was still feeling very bullish about the whole space. And we had a really great time. And I think we primed the pump. We primed the whole ecosystem for the pump. But then the following weekend, it was CZ Hexing who threw a big ass party at her place. Tell us all about it.
Well, actually, before we go to me, I actually want to hear more about the Australian party because I didn't hear too much. I know you guys did a lot, but like, I mean, how was it? Did you meet new people like that you've never met before? Like, because we never hear about the Australian parties. It's always the parties that are happening here. So I was just kind of curious.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
all
it was
right.
next level.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, it was next level good. So Doz and I flew in, and then immediately like positive vibes, like room upgraded. Thank you. The mini bar in the room. These are all the small things, but anyway, that had like these pre-mixed like cocktail, like what? Anyway, it was just the mini bar on point, view on point, like room on point. And then when we got there, we were a little bit fashionably late. The vibes were. Everybody was just immediately welcoming. Like I felt like I kind of knew a lot of people already. So yeah, we were working the room. Sammy was working the room, working the mic. Her and Dub did a great job. So they did this like kind of warm-up game. And it was just like, it didn't go for too long. It was just perfectly timed and it just brought everybody together. And afterwards we were so bonded, we tried to find a kebab together, but it ended up being this like falafel with onion. Anyway, that's a different story. And we kept on having these jokes about the falafel. Anyway, and then Rango had this really bad onion breath for a while, but that's another thing. And then on the cruise, the staff, I can't tell you how professional and wonderful this cruise was. The food was just beautiful. The scenery was, oh my God, incredible. And the weather was just perfect. And everybody was like fairly well behaved, having good time, good vibes. I talked so much that I think I really, my voice box got really sore.
That's what happened to all of us in Vegas.
Yeah, and it just felt like we all met our people, you know, like just instant like friends were made. And then we had breakfast the next day, and after the cruise, we all still kept talking at the local pub for a long time after that. So it was. I knew that it was going to go well because Aussies are just generally very relaxed people. We're good at partying, we're good at socializing, blah blah blah. And we always take the opportunity to have a good time. But this was next level good time, and I think friendships were formed, and Hex Rockstar was looking absolutely fabulous. I can't even tell you, like just great chats with probably about 10 or 20 people, which is rare for me to really find that crypto connection in my everyday life. So yeah, couldn't say anything. It was just yeah, it was so it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I'm so glad. So glad you had a good time. And I can't believe you guys didn't know what falafel was. Don't you have that in Perth?
No, we don't do like vegetarian in Perth. Like we just eat meat. Like we have Harvey beef. We have the best beef in the world. Like we have this succulent grass-fed Harvey beef, and they have lots of room to move in their paddock.
Hey, Hexy Bastard, the biggest bastard in crypto. Thanks for the super chat, and congratulations on the launch of 9-inch.
Yes,
we're all loving it here.
Yes.
So,
I have a message for Hexy Bastard. Marry me, Hexy Bastard.
I do want to say, Hexy Bastard, we do like the 9-inch. It's amazing. I'm very excited about this project.
I love
so
the 9-inch.
congratulations on all that, and I'm excited. So, but on the Australian thing, I just wanted to say I can't wait till one day I get to go over there and do y'all's meetup over there. I think that's going to be a blast. I've always wanted to go there, and you guys can party. So I'm like ready. Like I just want to go so bad to Australia. So.
I can't wait.
My meetup with, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sammy.
When it pumps, can't wait to get all you guys over here. You know, it's not like America though. Like not like America was huge. Like it was party central. It was like you didn't stop. Like you'll find it's like I don't know, going to an island. Everything's a little bit slower here. It's less crowded. It's smaller, but you know you'll have a great time when you do get to come over, and I can't wait for it either.
So back to my party, it was great. It was big enough where it wasn't overwhelming, but just I thought it was perfect. I think it was one of my favorites, to be honest with you. It was the third one, and I'm 3 and out. Like I'm totally done. Like I'm not going to be throwing parties at my house anymore. I think it was. I think it was a good like last party to do. You know, we had a blast. Everybody had a good time, and it just went smooth. I mean, what did you think, SJ? I mean, you were here, and we were having a blast. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was by far the greatest turnout for our meetups on the Twitter.
Oh, well then I'm very happy to hear that. I did not know, but
Oh yeah, by far for sure. That was.
And
that
I
was
didn't
the biggest
enter
one that we had.
myself, so that was a plus.
Yeah, it was spectacular. I mean, everyone had a great time. It was really. I love just hearing. I like being a little fly on the wall sometimes. Like I'm an extrovert, right? And I love people, but every now and then, like I'll just kind of like hang back and just like watch, right? So it's been wonderful just hearing different people connect in different ways, right? I heard like musical collaborations starting to take place, technical collaborations. I mean, people that didn't know about the Austin event that are going to come to the Austin event as well.
Yeah.
So it was just fantastic. I really love it. And you're just such a fantastic host. So hostess with the mostest.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I just wanted to say to you guys as well, like, thank you guys for putting on a big party as well, bringing all your people and coming to the house. It was fun. So, yeah. And I just wanted to say hi to this lovely man. He didn't make my party, but it's okay. He's here now. Get a shout out to Crypto King, everybody.
Crypto King, I hope you're doing really well. I seen you helping SJ drive that bus. So SJ, I saw that. That's really nice of you.
Honestly, he looks like my brother right now. Doing the fight.
Hey, thanks for the super chat, Ted DeFi. He said,
Yes,
Ted. 10 out of 10, love to see this panel of smart, awesome people. Well, thank you for that.
Hashtag King Gang. Let's go.
And it does help out the channel, which is, of course, Discourse Syndicate. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, apart from that, what else has been happening? Ladies, we had meetups, and I can't wait for more to come, especially on prices pumping. What else has been happening?
Very volatile charts have been happening. Very volatile charts. It was pumping quite a bit, and if you were to look at the whale, I follow the whale bot alerts on Telegram, and it gives you a real time, and maybe it's not the pulse chain, but it's stuff outside of it mostly, right? Like XRP's been moving around a lot after they won the SEC, or kind of settle the SEC thing. A lot of Bitcoin's been moving. It's been really fascinating to see, and RG3, has talked about it a little bit too. So it's worth looking at. It's pretty crazy. There's going to be some volatile times all the way up to the halving probably in April and beyond that because of the election. But I didn't know the pump or the volatility would happen this early. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a surprise to me, but so be it.
Yeah. Do you think that the ETF was the catalyst, or BlackRock buying up Bitcoin was a catalyst for pushing everything up?
There could have been.
I think
it could have been part of it.
And plus, we got Larry Fink out there giving the okay. So as soon as as soon as you get players like that saying it's safe, we're all like, oh, there we go. But
talking about Gary Gangster. I don't know. I haven't seen him lately.
You got a guzzler mug. That's amazing.
No, it's his head. It's his head. I'm having Gary Gensler juice. But you know what?
No, put it away.
Do me a favor, guys. If you don't want to end up like me or like him, write your comment to the SEC. We only have like 3 days left, 2 days maybe. So what's going on? That's what we should be talking on now. All the streamers, I have like 3 followers, but you guys have a lot more. So go out there and tell them. Do the comment. It's super easy.
Damn.
Don't get me
get upset and go after you.
Get it, Georgia. Get it.
Yeah, girl.
Everyone here submit their comments. The SEC. I know that Hexlina Pulse a lot did hand out a very easy form that all you do is just click on it. It basically takes you there. It helps you with the AI stuff. And did everyone? I know I did. Anyone else? Has anyone else not done it?
I've done it.
Hold on to your bags a little bit tighter and pray for dear Jesus, because if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And if you don't use your voice now, you will lose it. So come on.
Yeah.
Up to.
Look,
Let's
the
do it.
SEC have like extended the comment period. They want people to comment. You can comment anonymously and obviously in a professional manner. And with AI now, we can formulate our arguments a lot more easily. But actually, if you do submit a comment, I encourage you to actually read their proposal, because nothing irks me more than reading the comments that are generalized. If you read the proposal, it's difficult to get through, but you can feed AI parts of the proposal and it will summarize it for you. And actually understand what are they proposing. Because if you're just commenting in general, how are they going to apply your comment to their proposal? So for instance, what they want to do is they want to create a database that includes cash, it includes securities and non-securities. That's a big deal, right? Because their jurisdiction is securities. It's not cash and it's not non-securities. So that's one point. And there are other points. And you do need to have a read of it and work the angles yourself. It's not going to be something that takes you 1 hour. It's something that might take you 1 hour, maybe times 10. But you can feed it into AI. It will make the process quicker, and it will make your comments more specific.
And you can make those comments personal. And if you're better at storytelling than you are at teaching, then tell a story of how it's affecting you, because at the other side of that, whomever's reading it might relate to that. And if you hit somebody at home or personally, then they tend to look at it at a different angle, and the relatability is much greater. So you don't have to throw something in an eye. And if you're one of those people where you're like, I don't even know where to start.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, like, if you don't know where to start, like, just tell a story. Sit down and say, as class said, read through the language. But the best thing that we could possibly do from now until they let the cord rip is contact your local politician, contact your local legislation, get involved with your immediate community. 10 people in 10 miles. It's not about onboarding them into crypto. It's about educating them to the new financial system. ISO 222 is not going anywhere. It's just delayed, which means we still have time to save some of the normies. Let's go.
So another point I'd like to make about the SEC document, that was so well said, thank you, Lindsay, is that the level of documentation, if this proposal goes through, it would block the normal crypto user from functioning. We all know in crypto, it's an evolving technology. You have it in your head, you want to execute one thing. In order to do that one thing, sometimes you need to do 10 little things so that you get to the right place and you can execute the thing you actually want to do. The SEC would require a level of documentation that needs to go above you. It needs to go to the custodian of the asset. And even then, it needs to go to auditors, and it needs to go to the control aspects and quarterly statements and biannual audits and other control documents, and formalize this and formalize that. It would make it impossible to move your money or your assets anywhere, because you would need to have permission and update the approvals and document every single little transaction, which we all know can be hundreds of thousands of transactions a year, because of the way, the nature of the technology. It's evolving. Not everything fits into a security. Cryptocurrency requires its own separate legislation. Cryptocurrency involves a number of assets that are complex in their functioning. And the current legislation we have under securities does not apply to cryptocurrency.
Yeah, absolutely good point. And it's very outdated. They're trying to fit all these class acts and laws to something they made in 1930 to something that's made in year 2000 plus. But very good point. Can I also just quickly yell out, thanks, Jay-Z Hexing, for the super chat. And I know she looks like Toby One Kenobi bad, man.
I swear to gosh, I swear I did not even think about that, but I kind of do.
So
hey,
much
listen, Toby's gonna be sleeping with Jay-Z tonight.
And I just also wanted to say hi to Serena Alonzi, who couldn't make it last minute tonight. And also Jack's got a huge storm coming through, which is a little bit scary, but she might not be able to get back in because of the internet connection being so bad. But thanks for joining, Jack. sorry to interrupt, Claude. You made some excellent points about the future of crypto, especially for our American friends who it's going to affect more than us, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, once it affects them, it'll come over here. But excellent points. So, did anyone else want to add anything to that conversation in regards to the SEC comments? And
Me?
Yep, go ahead.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to bring up that Crypto Coffee did a lot of work on this petition. It's another way for us to unite against the SEC. I'm going to go ahead and throw the link in the chat real quick. And it's just one more way that we can unite and, talk about the fact that this is for freedom of speech and our freedom of movement and be an example in the crypto space in general. I don't want to say too much about it. I get bragging rights. I was the first to sign this petition. But yeah, I've just kind of been watching him in the background, getting this put together and taken care of with another Hexagon. The two of them worked really closely together. And they had, I forget the lawyer's name, but an actually very well-known lawyer help them with this process. So the only other thing I want to say is that no one's shilling this real hard right now. And also you will need to have your real information here, right? And we're not shilling it hard because we don't want to have a bunch of trolls filling out information. We don't want people to really mess this up, right? But if you're part of our fam and really want to take the next step and do something else and get your voice out there, yes, it is going to collect your personal data. No one's going to sell this or try and harm you in any way, shape, or form about it. But just know that that's something that you're going to have to do in order to, be a part of this process. But I definitely signed it myself, and I feel confident and comfortable, just especially knowing how hard the team has been working on getting this done for us. So definitely check it out. And yeah, Acid Thunder saying it's an amicus brief. Robert Barnes is the lawyer. He's an absolute legend. Yeah, so check that out.
That's amazing.
I just like to. Super easy. Took 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Not even.
It is.
Yeah, I did it too. And thanks, Crypto Coffee. You're an amazing human. He's done so much for the space.
Yes, thank
He's
you.
our go-to guy. Anyone that I'm getting in, go watch Crypto Coffee. He's got it all. Yeah, so I've signed that petition, and the link is in the comments if anyone else wants to go ahead and join it. As Wild SJ said, that we're all united together because we're all in this together, and we're going to be fine. We just got to put things in place to make sure we are all okay.
And just real quick to have it in the audio so people can hear it if they're not watching, it's pulsepetition.org. Pulsepetition.org. Thank you very much.
Nice. Anyone else want to add to this conversation before we move on and talk about green candles and what an awesome week it's been?
One more quick point about the document is the monopolization that it would create. The cost involved, if your documentation was to be legal under the proposal, would cut out the normal investor. So it would create a monopoly in the market, and the data that is collected would be so broad and encompassing that it would actually be a security risk. And also it could be analyzed and used for other people's gains. And they're usually the people that are, not the middle class who's paying all the taxes. So I would encourage people to, as painful as it may be, to get to some of the specific points in the document. So they're just 4 points that I've brought up that I've found. I'm sure there are more. So please actually feed the document into AI or just read it so that you can comment specifically.
Thanks for that, for sure.
Awesome point, Claz. Love it. Love your work, baby.
Love you, Sammy.
Your work. Yeah, so we've had an amazing week. We saw Bitcoin run from 30 to 35 grand within 2 days? Maybe left.
Yes.
We saw Pulse Chain basically get up there and just go crazy. So everything was just going nuts. Hex on Ethereum, Hex on Pulse Chain. Inc was going nuts. Everything was going crazy. So also we've had the launch of course, 9-inch and Mintra. So I guess have you ladies managed to go on those and check it out? Or I know what 9-inch is a deck. So what Mintra's the NFT platform, isn't it? Yeah. So does anyone want to fill us in about going in there and giving us your opinion about what it's like?
I think everybody is so excited about what's going on. Yes, I am celebrating Hex and the green candles and everything going on with the Hexican community and Pulse Chain. And now, yesterday, I was watching the launch of 9-inch. So everything that promotes Pulse and Pulse Chain and burns Pulse, I am happy. So I'm wishing them all the best. So I think they were very happy. We're gonna see probably a lot of movement this weekend on the market, but let's see what comes out next week. That's what I'm looking. The stock market. I was monitoring the stock market, and it's going down. It's been going down for down for 2 weeks. So that has a lot to do with what's going on. People is moving assets, is moving their savings, maybe not into bank accounts, but maybe into crypto. And if it's money that is moving within crypto, no new users, but moving. So we see Bitcoin going up. So I think people are starting to trust, is starting to take out the money out of the maybe places that they were hiding, and they're putting it back into coins, which is great.
Yeah,
I would just
absolutely.
like to say something on that. I am loving the vibe right now, period, in the story. Like, I'm in these spaces, people are coming out of the woodworks, like people I haven't seen in a long time. It's great to see that everybody's still, they're just hanging in there, and they're back, and they're not such a maxi. They're just like literally like in all the communities, and they're like, woo, this is going to help Pulse Chain. This is going to be like, I mean, like, it's just so much adoption. I am like so stoked of how many people are on our chain, and I cannot wait to see the outcome going forward. I'm just so excited.
I want to piggyback off of that one as well. This week I found I had so many new conversations with people. Green candles are the best way to onboard. And everyone is finally like, oh, that thing is not dead that you were looking at, that you've been playing with, that you've been talking all about. And you guys know how good it feels. But one thing I was celebrating this past week is I brought a bundle of people through like a 12-week program of like bringing them into crypto, like education wise. And this Wednesday was our last session. And it was really cool for everyone in the group too, to like, once they have the education, to understand like, oh, I can see the cycle. I understand, I see the value. This is all real. And like they felt it, but they actually saw the movement and they felt the FOMO as well. And it was really nice to be in that container to like talk about the feelings that were there and be like, guys, we're still early to the game, but remember, actually buy your positions and get in, because now is the cheapest it's about the cheapest you're going to get.
Yeah.
It's a great time to accumulate.
It is.
I think
because you said that, you get to ride in my Camaro.
Yeah.
So Mintra and 9-inch launched very close within one another, and both have passive income options, right? Or I guess 9-inch will when they put the farms up, and I believe they're going to put up some of the farms on day 3. I'm not entirely sure about that, but they're not on there yet. But their incentive coin BBC is for sale now on both the Ethereum and the Pulse chains, and that acts as sort of the ink, like it's their incentive coin token. So that's interesting if you want to get into that, or eventually figure out if you'd want to farm, have a pool and farm some of the BC. But the interesting thing is it's on Ethereum as well, right? It's not just a proprietary Pulse chain thing. So that's kind of interesting. Mintra, on the other hand, is just Pulse chain, and you can stake Mint. People don't know that. You can go and stake it and make some of the rewards in Pulse. You get the rewards in Pulse, which is really nice. And it's small going so far because, people have to get used to using it. They have to get used to the NFTs. They're knowing how to look up, the Watts's, Pulse Kittens, the HSIs, the different, those are the passive incomes, NFTs that I like. But, even the beautiful orange art of the girls and everything, you can go and it's a little more searchable. Oh, okay. 9-inch farms go live 7 a.m. at EST tomorrow.
I
Okay,
just
thank
saw
you,
that.
Sextochi. But it's stuff still happening on there. I mean, even it's more clear on 9-inch what's going to happen, rumor wise. When the farms are going to go live, even when the BBC farms are going to go live, and liquidity and whatnot. So just this upcoming week, just on those two things that launched, I mean, it's worth it to go on the telegrams, you guys, because that's where you're going to get the news the fastest. I mean, yeah, it takes up all your time. Anytime you're not spent fighting the SEC, go on Telegram and look up some of these new things.
For real. There's
Awesome.
there's a lot of stuff happening. So
yeah.
And
makes my green candle very nice and hard and shiny.
Damn, girl. Hey, I'm gonna take a second to bow out real quick. Sorry I couldn't stay on the whole night.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Jay. Come back and see us next time, yo.
All right, thanks, ladies.
You know what, see? You know what, everyone? I need to go too. I'm gonna go pick up my sister from the airport, dressed like this. I'm gonna connect driving. How about that? Can I connect while I'm driving?
Bring the voice changer.
Thanks for coming, Georgia.
Georgia.
We love you. Come back and see
I'll be
us.
back. Guys, don't forget, before I forget, tomorrow, the Lighthouse, 2 p.m. We have an incredible day. No plan, no expectations. So I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, but I wait for you. So you and I can have a conversation. Also, 7 p.m. with sex coach Presley Hart. That is for adults, but it's good educational. It's very educational. It's not like Zizi's special ladies.
Hey.
That was
After
spicy.
you get education too.
I'll connect from my car. Adios.
Bye, Richard.
See you, Georgia. I love you. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
Hey, Georgia. You're the best.
It's so awesome. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she looks so cool.
That was
Right.
pretty freaking awesome.
That
was actually Johnny Chaos level kind of stuff going on right there.
I know. I messaged Johnny. I said, "Do you approve? Like, this is next level. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure he approves."
Yeah.
And
so
the voice
Johnny
changer
Chaos
as
thought
well.
I was coming on today as a cougar. I said, "Oh, you are going to be so shocked."
It's just amazing. You look so good. I want to, like I said, I want to throw you in a T-bird. Take you
Let's
for
go. Hey, my was it Trans Am?
Trans Am.
Well, my El Camino with the ham radio antenna in it.
Oh my God! Did you just say El Camino girl with an 8-track?
I did.
With
a ham radio antenna, but yeah, there's an 8-track in there too. If you go at it.
Yeah, you're killing me.
Make another generation of hexagons.
Fucking love it.
Pedal
Let's
to the
go.
metal. Next Pulse Chain Playground. Let's go.
Whoa. Hey, listen, I am the VIP manager of the Poontang Lounge. Y'all want to go to Poontang Lounge, you got to get with the Tang Gang. But you can come into my Poontang Lounge.
What kind of drinks are served there?
Bring the drip. Hashtag Tang Gang.
I would have thought like a drink like with the initials WP might be in there.
Ooh,
No?
I think you're right.
Or SN.
Yeah, hey. Got you.
Nice to be a bartender. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, CZ, tell us about the Hoa bunnies. Tell us about the Hoa bunnies. Explain what's going on what's going down.
The road bunnies, you know as much as I do. Honestly, that's why I really wanted them to collab with a bunch of other NFT girls, because I mean, I kind of know the basics of what they're doing, but I think they have a lot to offer, and So I'm just curious. When I do my crypto coffee in the morning, it's basically just to learn, to see what's out there, and just kind of see if we're even interested as a community, and bring adoption. That's it. So we'll see. I think honestly, there's if we can get them to collab with maybe Mana from Tangang or Charlie 2020, I think that would be really cool. I think that would be good, like 100%. But you know what? Hey, I'm just the person that brings people together, and we'll see what happens next Saturday. I think they're all going to love each other. I think it's going to be cool. I'm really looking forward to this one because, again, Lindsay and I used to do our girls, spaces, and during the bear market, I think everybody just kind of did their own thing, and everybody's just kind of like, whatever. But there's so many new women and everything, and so much excitement, especially with the NFTs. I think that is going to be really cool. So I hope you guys tune in and hang out with us. Oh, there's my girl, Charlie 2020.
I'm loving Charlie 2020.
Yes. And her collection sold out within, I think, 20 minutes.
That's amazing.
Oh, the reptilians.
Oh, Charlie. Amazing effort.
Yeah. Thank God I held on to my
It was beautiful.
Thank you, Charlie.
And I got to get one, and I'm excited.
Can I just say something about the Rogue Bunnies just for a sec? They have been, I listened to a part of the space. I caught the end with Victoria, and she is next level brilliant. So the way that she can articulate her story, the history of the Bunny Mansion, Hugh Hefner, everything that went around that time. She has all of that history that she talks about. And I've been hitting her up in the DM trying to get her on stream, which she's agreed to, which is just so nice, someone
awesome.
Someone who's known internationally. She has these massive mansion parties in Vegas, where Elvis used to live with all these celebrities, is so giving of her time to want to discuss that history. I think her potential as an individual and as a group it's actually incredible. So to have them on Pulse Chain is such a privilege. And so welcome to Pulse Chain to all the Rogue Bunnies.
Right.
Yeah, welcome.
So good. Yes. And I love that. I hope you guys stream, and I want to see that one for sure. Like, that would be awesome.
I look forward to it. I just want to, we're going to dive deep. It's going to be, if my channel gets banned, it gets banned. I don't care. I'll crank the music.
Why would
I'll fight for you, Claus.
Why would
I think the ladies should be able to wear what they want. I'm not going to put a dress code on my stream. I think women can wear whatever they want, and however they come is how they come. They're the Rogue Bunnies.
That's why I love you from the beginning.
They should be. I mean, I would expect them to be, if they're comfortable, to be dressed as bunnies. But if they want to be dressed as themselves or something else, then that's up to them. It's not up to me.
Exactly. But way back in the day when you started streaming, I loved it because you were like, show up and whatever. I don't care. Be yourself. Like, you're just always been that way. And I think you're very, you're very open, and you make people feel comfortable. I know I did. I mean, I've showed up a couple times on your stream.
I love having you on. Had Whitney on the other week.
Yes.
We had fun.
I'm going to mute because I talk too much.
No, you don't.
Claus, no.
Are you serious?
Verbal diarrhea. I haven't slept much, and I talk too much when I don't sleep. And then
I'm jealous. I want one.
We love your diarrhea. Do you have that over there, Hopeful?
Okay, no worries.
Red Bull, no.
Sorry.
No.
You have it in space.
If I had a cup, I would do it.
Was that me?
Spill it all over your desk.
Nice, 9 inch.
That was a nice try.
That would be such a cool start, but my computer's here.
Hey, class. Was that a 9 inch or a 6 inch?
Oh, is that even a question, CZ? Come on, do you even crypto, bro?
I love you. Oh, you make me want to just play with my curlies on my chest.
You got like True Detective vibes going on today. Who can do a Matthew McConaughey voice? I want to hear it.
All right. Hey, ladies, all right.
Yeah.
Whitney, I want to hear from you. Please stop my verbal diarrhea.
Yes, little pickle.
not sure what to share today. Yeah, I'm feeling a little quiet. This is my first like big live stream or like bigger live stream with more people, so I'm just kind of calibrating.
Whitney, can I ask you a question? Sorry to butt in. You're probably thinking, I'll talk about this, but I wanted to ask. This week we saw PHEX run up, and then we saw EHEX come up. There's a big thing on Twitter is going to reach parity. What did you think of the whole thing, and what do you see the future? Because I know we know a lot of hexagons that sold out at EHEX thinking it was going nowhere, but this week I believe it hit a penny, and Pulse Chain Hex hit over a penny and a half. So it was a really, really amazing effort. So there you go. Let's hear it.
Okay, so I have a little story. So I was like, I know Hex is coming back, but like I definitely had my like doubts of like, what's it going to look like? Is PHEX going to be anything? Like I had a lot of more curiosities than knowings or feelings. And so back in, many of you know that I like channel in different dimensions, and I open up the Akashic Records, which is the record hall of the universe. And one of the things that I did back in August is I asked the record around like, hey, well, what's going to happen in this next run? And one thing that came up really clear, like knowing right away, the voice was Hex is going to run first. And right away, when I said it out loud, I was like, that seems funny. Like, how's that going to happen? And fast forward a few months later, literally that's what happened. So I just thought that was really interesting. And also I feel like it was so cool to see how much run up there was. I definitely feel like parity is about to happen, or there may be a really interesting thing that happens where like, with like ratio trading around Pulse and Pulse X, I feel like a ratio trading, but you can't fully do ratio trading, but there would be a very similar dynamic or relationship that will be created with EHEX and PHEX. Mm-hmm. But we can see that the energy and the demand is there. Yeah, this is a game that I'm very, very curious to see with how the Hex run continues to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of arguing about it. That's what I witnessed, if anything. It was just so great to see them both run up. But yeah, I saw a lot of dudes arguing about it, and which they're dudes, they'll argue about anything, right? But yeah, I was surprised. I mean, for me, if it gets to parity, that's fantastic. But I think it'll come close by seeing this small run and it doing what it did. I think it won't be far away from the other. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it'll happen. And also, Pulse Change is so much more easy to buy on. Ethereum fees in the bull market, they're going to just freaking go so high. But I guess any day now we are waiting for that ETF to be approved. It wasn't just our ecosystem that pumped. It was across every chain. If you looked at crypto bubbles, everything was just going crazy this week. So it's a great feeling with the halvening less than 12 months away, watching everything go up. And then this is the time where we know the bottom's in. Would we all agree on that the bottom's in?
Oh, I struggle with that one.
I will say this. There are a lot of changes coming to our payment systems. Mm-hmm. A lot of changes. And those are not going to happen overnight. So giant running green candles, not going to happen overnight.
Exactly.
And we're going to see more fear in the market, risk on, risk off, the deeper we fall into recession times. Harder times, will send people running to different asset classes. So don't be surprised if we go lower, because we can always go higher, and that's the prediction.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, it's not about high, it's not about low, it's about consistency, staying with the plan, doing your homework, putting your head down, doing the research, knowing what assets you hold, anchoring that to why you're holding them, and then you're not going to sell your bags out of fear or FOMO.
Yep. Yes, I am so 100%. You said everything that I'm thinking. Like, that's the way I feel, Lindsay. Like, it's the same day. I literally know that people FOMO all day long. And I've been hearing it like since everybody's been coming back out of their shells. But like, there's a lot of people that sold their bags Like, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I do know this is my first time ever being in a bear market. I came in a bull, and I've learned so much from seeing people get wrecked to hearing different like people's opinions on stuff. But I can guarantee everything you just said. 100% I believe. Like, I don't think we're completely out of, the bear, but I think, are we going to keep seeing little, spikes and it going up and us seeing a little bit more? Yes, I do. But, like, I don't think, and this is my opinion, and going back now that I know, going back and looking at old charts, seeing like how it really rolls, like, it literally takes time. And I don't think we're really going to be truly out of it until the end of 2024. And I know that people don't want to hear that. We all want to hear it's going to happen now. But again, this is a long game. And I've learned that, like, patience is a virtue for sure. And I'm ready for it, but I'm ready to write those green candles because that's where we're going. I mean, it's not going to go completely down. It'll just go dip and go back up. I mean, that's what we're going to see. So that's, yeah, girl, everything you said was amazing. Sorry. I just had to. Because everybody thinks that like, it's happening, and I don't see it. Like, I don't know.
You're paying attention to the real world. Like, you got to look at the big picture, the macro picture here, right? You have to look at what's inside of our playground.
Exactly.
System, and you sure shit. Excuse me, and my language. I don't know where that came from. Must be the pit bull talking spicy.
Yeah.
But you really
it all happened.
We're
in a good place.
If you're not crushing it right now in this market, then you're going to have a really tough time when the bull market comes off. If you're willing to let go of those coins so quick. I mean, honestly, y'all forgot that it's the same asset that went up to 50 cents, right? Y'all forget that when you're selling.
Look, hold on. Exactly, little lady. Exactly. And all I'm trying to tell you is this. Girl, I'm telling you right now, we are in a good fucking space. And if you can be a little bit more patient, gotta have little hands for a dude. That's disgusting. But like, if we can be a little bit more patient, and we're almost there. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
But they're made of diamond, and they don't let anything slip.
Oh, they're so tiny.
Well, how many ETFs are sitting on Gary Gensler's desk?
Ew.
How many? There's a BlackRock, but then there's other ones that need to be approved as well. So if BlackRock's buying in, then all these other ones are going to be buying in too, which, it's going to be a catalyst to bring more green into the market, which is fantastic, which is a good point. I mean, I know what you ladies said is perfect. The research, perfect time to research and find your position. But it's kind of getting to the point now that this train is leaving and you want to be on it and ready to ride it if it does come.
I've been also trying to break it up in terms of like seeing that we do have 3 buckets, being like Lindsay was just talking about, the macro game first, and then we have the Bitcoin game, and then we do have the alts and us included inside of that. And to kind of get that perspective, even if we look at today, like, we had double-digit down days, and that's kind of just the nature of it, is we're going to ride the wave up as we saw so beautifully, and then there's going to be this breathing period. So like we've all been saying, it's just got to hold in this period, buy whenever you do, but really do buy those red candles and snag them up when you can.
Don't buy green ones. They'll come through the computer and snatch your seed phrase, steal your crypto, and you won't have any anymore because you're going to spend it anyway. So I'll just come and get it.
In the sense of the macro stuff, like at least in the US, I've been looking at the DXY. It's been going up a lot. The mortgage rates are about 8% rising, and the 30-year bond market, I mean, it's astronomical. It's over 5%. It's just pumping like crazy. And the thing is, one has to wonder what big investors are, what point they're willing to go. I don't know if this high interest is worth this risk. It's getting more and more risky. Where should I put my money? and not to mention the volatility of the Middle East. And there's been volatility in Russia and Ukraine and everything, but really the Middle East, I think that what's happening now, I'm with CZ in that I thought the pump would be a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a little cauldron of volatility right now.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I find that when users bridge into the pulse chain, if we're talking about the pulse chain, and they do a research, they tend to stay in and kind of get into that micro altcoin passive income thing because they know it's a good time to accumulate, right? Because it's still hard to get in. It's hard for a normal person to know how to get in at the moment.
Absolutely. 100% agree, Hopper. Sorry for cutting in. Keep going.
No, that's it. That was it. And yeah, it is.
Um,
I wish it was easier.
All right.
Just for the in terms of hard to get in. Oh, sorry, Whitney, go ahead.
Well, I have a question after you. Go ahead. first.
Just a quick thing. In terms of hard to get in, there is credit card to Pulse Chain connections out there. I'll throw it out there, guardian.com. Do your own research. Make sure that you type it in correctly into Google before you commit to anything. And you will be KYC'd because you're using your credit card. But for somebody who's new to crypto, that may be one possible solution. We also have Ox Coast, and I hate to just mention other projects because I don't personally use them, but they are a part of Pulse Chain. So I wanted to give people 2 credit card alternatives because there may be students that start to watch our streams. We've got Professor Lamont students that are getting into our ecosystem. And although they will learn the proper method, centralized exchange, decentralized wallet, they may want to buy some more a little bit quicker than they're learning and then catch up with their learning. And that was my point.
Absolutely. Thanks, Claz. And can you pop that link into the comments if possible at all?
Yeah, after the show, I might just message you, Sammy, just so I make sure, like 100%, that I'm giving out the right link. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And does that work overseas, Claz, or is it just which country? You don't.
I can't. Sorry, I can't tell details because we don't use that at all. We don't use our credit card to buy crypto. We do it like the traditional way decentralized people would do it. We go through CoinSpot because we're from Australia. Most Americans would go through Coinbase and then quickly get off into your decentralized wallet and store your crypto there, or your keys would be stored there. So I'm sorry I don't use these products personally. I wanted to throw it out there because I'm keeping in mind the students who may want to buy more and their learning is just not going to get up to speed in a short time frame. So.
Yeah, but absolutely. When everything's going up, that's when you're going to hear from your aunties, uncles, second cousins, and all your neighbors about how the heck did they get in. And I'll be sending them straight to CoinSpot and going, that's all you do. But my other friends, which, I've had this time to spend with, I've set them up with wallets and stuff. But, when this bull run comes, I still have to do stuff for them. It's not an easy layout. I mean, DeFi is where the money is, sisters, and we're in a great position and we're putting in the time and effort to learn about it. But for anyone getting into crypto, it's just going to be easier for them to jump on an exchange. But when they see those mad gains, that's what's going to bring them in and go, I want to make some real damn money. Getting into DeFi is what's going to change their lives.
Yeah.
I have a question for you all. So with the excitement that comes, I'm sure you guys have all, we feel the other people coming in that are like, oh, these things are back. Like, tell me more, help me in. Do you typically like to help people in while the excitement is high and fresh for them? Or have you set up a later date for people to be like, hey, in like 2 weeks, in a month, we're going to revisit this when the candles go down a little bit. And like, my question is, like, do you just stay when the energy is high and the excitement is high within them? Or do you delay them a little bit, knowing that they may not get in if like it comes back in a month or so?
Can I answer
delay
this?
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
you go,
fuck
Susie.
them. Let's say fuck them.
Oh,
And this
okay.
is
In that
why.
case,
Yeah. And this is why, honestly, because I've been trying and trying and trying, and I'm just the weirdo, right? Like, oh, what are you talking about? Everything's so low. You're not doing any money. You're not making any money. I'm like, yeah, I know. But what I'm trying to tell you is you get it now, you will. And they don't get it. People just want to see the gratification now. They have to see it now. And if they do not, you're worthless. I mean, and that's just my experience. So now I'm just kind of like, listen, if you just come to me now, and it happens every once I'm out and someone's like, hey, are you still doing this and this? And I'll go, yeah. And then I'll explain all over again, like repeat, because it seems like that's all I do. I think when they start seeing that I just built this badass pool in the back of my yard and driving up in my new freaking car that I really love, then they're gonna be like, holy shit. I think that's really what they're waiting on, because right now I'm a joke. And that's why I'm so kind of done with it. Like I'm kind of over it right now. Because before I was like, like blah 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 blah. I was that person, like almost like you were selling Tupperware, or like you were trying to do a pyramid.
and
Like,
that's a
I was
good
like,
point. I
oh.
mean, trying to carry them is not gonna work. And
Right.
when I was dealing with Professor Lamont's students, I wasn't dealing with them direct at all. Professor Lamont is the one educating them. Doz has done some videos. Coffee came on. Hodbril came on. And we've done some written information and some short form videos. My generic response to your question, Whitney, is 3 months. Don't press buttons for 3 months. Buy yourself a new laptop. If you can't get in a position to do that, then maybe you're not ready. Buy yourself a Trezor and go through a centralized exchange, Coinbase or CoinSpot. So that is my number one answer. And people need to watch all of Crypto Coffee's streams and sign up to him.
Yes.
And then other people as they become more familiar with our ecosystem. And that is my number one answer. My number one answer is not use your credit card and buy crypto. The reason I mention it today is because that way that you should do it, it's still lengthy, right? And some people are excited. And there needs to be an alternative. It's not as good an alternative, but it's an alternative, because the fees are going to be higher and it's not going to be teaching them those habits and have that education that they need. So they need all of that backup as well. But I think it's important to give people options and say, look, I recommend this process, number one. Look, number two, if you really have to, then you can do this. There are going to be higher fees. Still need to be very careful. You should still have a Trezor and be mindful of security.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm a person that bought Hex on day 17, dirt cheap. I think it was one of the cheapest days. And I'm also a person that bought Hex at 40 cents. But, shilling it to my bros and cheekers, like, I don't want to be the person shilling Hex at 40 cents. Like, my neighbor.
Exactly.
My neighbor, I got him in at 20 cents, and he still reminds me. He yells out the other side of the street, "Hey, we're still down." I go, yeah, I know. He's like, "Shit, man, I'm not doing this shit again."
Yes.
And we saw it in the movie. Like, I didn't watch the movie yet, but I think we all had a good taste of what can happen if you don't give the right advice when you're getting started in crypto. And my first advice is, don't put in any more than you can afford to lose. You could have $1 million one day in crypto. The next day you might have $1. We just don't know how the market can react. So that's my number one rule. And number two is, don't be that person that gets people in at 40 cents. However, you are going to experience what we all experienced during a bull market. That's when all your relos are going to contact you. All your friends are going to message you and saying, how do I get in? And you may just end up shilling them 40-cent Hex because it's just the timing. And people buy green candles. They don't want to buy the bottom. They're not interested. They're interested in buying going up on the way up,
Nobody knows. I mean, there's now a person that knows that they're buying the exact bottom or they're selling the exact top until they've already done it, right?
True.
So there's not like one person's like, I know it. Well, maybe one. There could be one out there, but the majority, and that's the that's the exception. And I say that as though it's obvious, but it's really not, right? It's really not obvious that that is not the rule. The rule is to get out there, look at the three things that Whitney had said, because she nailed it with that one. Look at the macro, look at Bitcoin, and look at altcoins total. Really spend this time to educate yourself on what is outside of our ecosystem, because then you'll get a better sense of what to realistically expect with this market coming forward. Now, these payment systems are not really, now they're delayed. They were supposed to be coming through November this year. Now they're delayed until November 2024, and that's in Europe. So that will be further delayed in the United States. So what does that tell you? We're not really going to see we're going to see institutional money start to creep in there. Make no mistake about it, they're going to creep right back out. Yes, and they're going to take our coins with them. Because why? Because there is a finite supply of many of these assets, and they don't just print to oblivion. And so what do they want to do? They want the ability and the advantage to sell you back your coins as a derivative. They don't want you holding those native assets. But this is the time, the only time in our lifetimes, all of us right here and all of those listening and watching, this is the time now to accumulate. And I don't mind getting out there and shilling. I don't shill anything. Let's be serious. Hex works for me. But I don't mind getting out there and talking about Hex at 40 cents, nice and loud, because I'm also backing that up with having those on the other side, knowing that realistic expectations are that if you're not ready to make these moves, then you are not ready to participate. That's why I wrote it's an 8-step checklist. If you can't complete the checklist, you don't deserve 15 minutes of my time. I'm sorry, you don't. And you can't save them. I can't even tell you how many people I have given this book to, given it to physically, taken the time to print it, bind it, hand it out to them. It's a very easy workbook that's printable, and you just flip it. And so many people are, my boyfriend takes care of my crypto, my husband takes care of my crypto, and it's too much for me now. All right, well, I'll talk to you again when you call me at 40 cents and you want it, and then I hand you that book and tell you to do your homework. Right? So I totally understand on that one. It's 100%. That's why, but then also know when you're onboarding, no matter what the price is, and no matter what the price is, know your audience on the other side. Who are you onboarding to? Are you onboarding to somebody because you want to save them, or are you onboarding somebody because they're realistically?
I want to save everyone.
Well, I believe that's a common thread around here. Like we all like smart women. We see the future. We see this future very clearly.
Yeah.
And so it's like one of those things where it's like, get on board. No, literally get on board. Let's go. But everybody has that. Well, you and I and the members on this panel right here and the members in the audience are smart people. But we also have a different fear tolerance because we also have a different BS meter.
Yeah.
We don't co-sign that BS anymore. We're saying no. We are not centralized thinkers. We are a group of individuals who think like-mindedly, operate decentralized. So,
God, you look so sexy right now talking as a pickle. Jesus Christ.
You're my favorite pickle ever.
Anyway,
I like to think of like buy zones where like if you buy in that zone, pretty much you'd be okay. Like my buy zone would be from here to probably end of Jan. And then within that buy zone is like a lot of fear and uncertainty given the macro. The ETFs, I think, have probably the anticipation has caused a lot of the green pumps. That's my narrative that I'm spinning to myself. And I'm still like accumulating, but I'm also like for me, it depends on your belief system, right? Like if your belief system is if the stock market crashes and BTC crashes and altcoins crash harder, then you might be like me and just be a little bit like you're stepping into the water, but you're not full diving in. Whereas if your belief system is that alts are decoupled, or at least Pulse Chain or Hex or PLS is decoupled from BTC, then you'll have a different take on it. So it does depend on your belief system. And the historical charts can help you. But again, you'll have to make a decision. Like, what do you think Pulse Chain is going to be like? Is it going to be like Hex? Is it going to be like Ethereum or Bitcoin? Or which chart do you want to go off? So there's a lot of factors, that's for sure. And I feel like I agree with the sentiment, CZ. has shared that perhaps we have not quite hit capitulation, especially given the world politics at the moment.
Yes.
And that doesn't concern me too much. I'm still in my buy zone. I'm just not, like I said, I'm like maybe like up to my shins, but I haven't like dived in my buy zone.
Yeah. And, you know, and again, with what you just said, it's definitely unknown with everything that's going on around us. Like I try not to get too much into politics of some of the people in our spaces because everybody is on a high. But sometimes I just think, okay, sometimes if it's too good to be true, it can be patient because so much is happening around us. Like, I don't know what that's going to look like in the future as well. So like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to be good, but like, we don't know because things are just different than any bear market coming out of a bull ever at this cycle with everything that's going on around us.
Yeah. And, you know, I think we have to point out, like, the last bull run that Hex had leading up, we had a pandemic. We had a lot of people out of work. And the world was a different place to everyone. Now, with this bull run, everyone's back at work. You've got an election over there, which is a major player in the financial sector and how things work. So that's also a big thing. So we'll see how it performs, but I'm really excited. A lot of people I've been listening to, other influencers, think this is going to be a banger of a bull market, you know, and I really think that they're right. I've just got that feeling that we're going to be leading up to something pretty big. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, I have been so curious. I'm not sure how many conversations have been around this, but I know this is me fast forwarding a few years with all the ETFs coming out. Do you guys feel like there could be how do you think that may affect? Do you think that there would be a massive drop off and for things to be more of an artificial end of a bull market? Have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So, for example, 2017 bull market, when it was going up the end of 2017, beginning of January 18, that's when China banned crypto and we just saw it plummet. So you're talking about factors and, you know, and I guess every government is guilty of it. I mean, we would have been having a mini bull run if the SEC hadn't have interfered the way it has with crypto. So I believe that, anything can happen. It's anyone's game, but I don't like the manipulation. And what they did in 2017 is definitely manipulation because that bull run didn't last very long at all. It was only like 4 weeks. But yeah, I'm eager to hear anyone else, any theories they think could happen. I just expect the unexpected. Hold on to your hats, you know.
I mean, I think with the ETF approval, I think it would be a major sell the news event. So it makes sense to me. And I'm only sort of formulating this during this stream because I just heard now that you said that Europe, the ETF, I think, Lindsay, you said it, the ETF was delayed until at least November 2024, which means in the US it would be delayed further. Because, I mean, I had this and this is just everybody runs on their own narratives, that once the ETF was approved, there would be a massive sell the news event. And then what will better way for, the higher powers that be or politicians to end a cycle than to have that approval done and dusted as so if they kept delaying until, it kind of would make sense that they would delay until the bull market, because then they can control the bull market. They can just have it approved and it will be a sell the news event. But that's just something I just kind of made up just then. So it's not like something that's like really.
Well, it sounded great.
I mean, you're not far off on that one. You have to look at the timing of the system. I keep going back to that because I'm like, I'm hit it so hard. I've been streaming about it so much lately. The payment system, ISO, you got to look at that. That in paperwork, they will be running co with Swift, right? Swift is finally on board. They're already making all their clients migrate. Swift, massive player. They're old. They're tired as heck. They're ready to take a freaking nap. But nobody will let them take a nap for the next 2 years. They got to stay awake. So what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Right. What about Twitter, Lindsay? What about Twitter taking over? Reckons in a couple of years you won't need a bank. You just need a Twitter account.
Oh God, how scary is that, right?
That is crazy to think about, actually.
To a social credit score. Please let's not trip into that one. I don't have time tonight.
That's just weird.
I mean, Seriously though, be like, oh, that's fantastic. Payment, crypto's taking payment, like Twitter's taking payment. Like, oh snap! If you were afraid, if you're using an alias on Twitter because you're afraid that somebody's going to come, like, swat your house, then perhaps a payment system is not the best place to be matching up the two with a pen name.
So
And
true.
well, I'm just saying,
So
like, be
true.
about that one right now. Like, as your if you want to keep that Twitter handle for the rest of your time here on Twitterland, whatever. Like, oh, I cannot wait till after this bull run. Peace out. You'll find me somewhere in Mexico.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm just saying, but you got to be careful out there. You express the wrong opinion, supporting the wrong party, according to AI, according to community standards and guidelines, which I'm not clear about because I don't know about you, but I've never gotten a complete list of all the things I've violated on my channel. Thank you very much. So
I know, right?
they're gonna hold it against you. They're gonna go back and they're gonna say, oh, they had this many things. Anyway, I'm just like, and that's not even paranoia. That's me literally having my ear to the ground and being in these meetings and listening to these players talking and listening to the systems that are being put in place because I have a pretty freaking awesome job and I have the opportunity to do that. So tiptoeing, guys.
Nice.
DCA is the way. We have a little bit. I say we have a little bit more time because I feel like a year and a half isn't enough. But I also don't have a crystal ball. You have to have your plan in place. Yes, I tell you, we have to have that. I will do today. I have the authority. You have to have your plan in place. Your dry powder, your stable coins ready to go. There is a launching tomorrow that is going to be sick, and you're going to miss out if you're not doing your research. I'm just saying, these are opportunities that are popping up everywhere. They're right in front of your eyes. So you got to have your little stack ready, a little play bag.
Absolutely. Hey, and also on that too, you got to have some freaking cash on hand. Put it in your safe right now. You know what I mean? You gotta like put some. Yeah, I got some liquid out. But I will tell you this. I know everybody that knows me knows this. Girls in politics, always in politics. I've been in politics spaces. Like I'm literally in spaces with real governors, real freaking, mayors of towns in these spaces talking about things that they're not telling you on television or things like that. So Twitter, you learn everything, right? I literally ran into a couple people that started their CDBC coins, and it's literally interesting because it's all about us owning our own stuff and not having it taken by the government. It's so crazy. I'm gonna have a space with them guys like soon. Like it's insane. It's almost like the Texan token, but yet it's bigger than that. It's more, I mean, like I don't even want to get into it because it's a lot and this is not the place for it. But I'm just telling you guys, like I've been out there learning about what's happening.
CZ, go there. Like go there. Talk about it. I want to know about it.
Keep us
informed. No. I don't want to because
no,
not right now. Yeah, I know. But Sammy, I know you guys would be into. I know y'all are like, you think like I do, but I don't want to like do that right now. But
when you're ready, doll.
But it's pretty. Go ahead.
When
I'm sorry,
there's an
Sammy,
election, when you guys have an election, believe me, it is plastered on every news all day.
Fucking nuts right now, guys.
Yeah, like it's top headlining stuff. I don't know what's going on half the time. I don't even watch the news. So when we
whatever affects us affects you guys, right? It's
I know, and I know you don't speak shit. Like if I'm going to hear what you've got to say about it, you're absolutely telling the truth, and you're doing it from a citizen point
but
of view.
I want to make sure. Okay, so these people are pretty big time that I got involved with, and I want to make sure it's okay that I actually talk about this kind of stuff, like with their permission, like they're not here. So that's what I'm saying. Like I need to like.
Don't do
what I'm trying to say is what I was trying to say is that with crypto is a big part of this. It's crazy. So many people in the government or people in politics don't know crypto. And so these people are developing a coin that has to do with getting these people involved. And controlling their own money versus the banks, right? It's this whole new thing that's happening. But I can't get into many details of it because it's not my coin. And I am going to have a space with the guy. It's a CBDC. You can look it up, cbdc.com, and like literally look it up. Just that's all I'm gonna say. Do your research, and it's huge. And so I've been out there, and they didn't know anything about Pulse Chain. They knew nothing. Like I came up and just introduced myself one day. I was like, I felt like, oh my God, I'm coming. Like I felt so intimidated. I just sit in these spaces and don't talk ever. Like I just listen, right? I take so much information in. There's so many whistleblowers, so many people that are talking about like what's happening really behind the scenes, and or they're fired from their government job because they no longer can work for it, or they're fired from pharma because they no longer can work for pharma. It's insane, these freaking spaces I'm in. And to learn that these people started their own coin, and it's supposed to help going forward. Like I gave you the information, just look it up. But it's insane. Like these people don't know about Pulse Chain. They know about Bitcoin. Everybody knows about Bitcoin, but they don't know about like more information out there on the chains.
Maybe you should talk in those spaces then.
No. I did talk. I actually had Rags come in there with me one day.
Oh, good. Yeah.
To come in because it was like, he thinks like
Excellent
I
token.
do. I had him come in. He actually wanted to interview one of the people that were up there, but this is huge. Like that's all I'm going to say. And I'm not going to say anymore. It's just, there's so much of it to tell. Yeah.
Well, Twitter can be a nasty ass place, and you're right. It's like you want to get your banking on there. But did anyone see hot gossip that Crazy Ben, what's his name, BitBoy, his wife's
Armstrong?
Oh God!
Did you see his wife's finally filed for divorce? Which is,
and he left her, is what he did, and stayed with the girl that he cheated with, or whatever.
Really? How long is she gonna have him? I think she was really tough.
He's disgusting. I don't even want to get into that. He's so gross.
I know, right?
I'm sorry. If you saw this today, I say you're gross. You need some help, dude.
Yeah.
I think that the only thing I will say about it, and this is not particular to BitBoy because I don't know his circumstance, but being like an honest person, I think, is what allows us to transact in conversation with other humans, develop trust and relationships. And number one, like when it comes to relationships, interpersonal, whether they're romantic or friendship or whatever, you don't have to just spill the beans on every part of every aspect of your life. But I feel like when you do speak, you should speak with a spirit of honesty. I better go because I got to get my daughter to violin. But it's been so lovely to chat with you, ladies. Thank you for having me.
Claire.
It's so good to hang out with you. Hey, listen, check your DMs. I sent you something.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay.
I need to go eat. I need food.
Same.
But I've had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's
no worries. We're gonna wrap it up soon.
It was good to see you.
It's very good to see you, and your background is so cute as usual.
The hottest.
I mid-journey to lawn gnome background. So
I love gnomes, by the way. I have them all over my house. And
do you? Oh well.
They're
I'll send you hardcore gnome energy through the blockchain.
Oh, nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. I love a good gnome.
Thank you. Oh, we love you. You look gorgeous. Come back and see us.
Amazing.
Always such a cutie pie.
Thanks.
Always.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you soon.
Love you. Oh my God, cute. My hair. Oof.
You look amazing, Susie. You look like such a hunk, mate.
I look like a hunk? Would you date me?
Oh, definitely. I want a piece of that for sure.
I would learn. Listen, I would treat you so good. You like my chain?
I love it. Where's your short and curlies? Where's your short and curlies, baby? I want to see.
You want to see the short and curlies? I know you do, girl. I love the way you think.
God, I love the way these streams flow. They just everywhere. It's amazing.
I love these green pickles that pop up my screen. I love these streams with all the ladies. I love when all you ladies come on. It's just so much fun with all the banter.
No, you're right. Like I need to start doing those ladies spaces more. That was just really fun. It
was good.
It's tough. You're right.
Did we lose the main host? How did we do that?
Listen, I will say this: that we have some serious eclipse energy going on here. She said some serious IT ish, but in all seriousness, cycles are cycles, and when you line them up, and you kind of and it depends on how you look at things, right? We all have different perspectives. Like some people look at these cycles and they're purely mathematical. Some people look at them coming from. There's so many different analytical tools that you can use. So whatever resonates with you, you don't have to be proficient at TA. I can look at a chart and tell you I could not look at a chart and be like, I'm going to predict the future with this looking at a crypto chart, right? So I look at a crypto chart, I read it, but I'm not like TA is not my like jam. I don't live in it. I don't relish in it. I like it. I'm interested. Anyway, I look at different charts. I look at different kinds of charts, and I put together different kinds of news, and not from necessarily mainstream media. So you got to get out there now while the playground is like still being built. Like we're still fixing nuts and bolts here. You look bald. That's concerning.
Hold on, my lip itching so bad it's causing a rash.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, we are getting closer to Aquarian energy than we are Capricorn energy. And you see, Whitney, you're picking up what I'm putting down. We touched a toe in there. Boop, retrograde, bam. Guess what happened?
Yeah.
It showed us what we're going to see within the next 18 months. It's cyclical. So within the next, all right, so we're seeing this retracement here. This is not accidental. This is all we're all beings of energetic beings.
Yeah.
With that, without going crazy on a ladies stream. If you want to go crazy with me, we'll hop in a space at another time. It'll be super fun.
Please.
Yeah. I'll get my friend Lainey.
I love it though. I love your energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Lainey on it, and we'll do some chats. We do a lot with a sologenic group, and that's real fun. But it's there's different charts that relate to different people, and I'm just saying I'm throwing that out there so that you understand that if you're not understanding one aspect of how to, let's say, play this game, because let's be serious, we came to win. And so you got to use the tools that you get. And I don't
for sure.
But yeah.
But I think part of the way that we're already winning is because we are here having the conversation right now. And the way I believe is also we're aligning to future, which is easier than ever before. And we have to surrender our human monkey mind of thinking that we have to do all the work and we have to overanalyze and spend so much extra time in the chart and try to predict what things are going to do right. And the biggest gift that we have is we're early. We're ahead of the game. If we zoom out on the Bitcoin chart, you can see where it was. That's where we are right now. In the grand scheme of things, these little pumps and dumps, none of them are actually going to matter.
Right. I 100% agree.
And if they are mattering to you, then I could not encourage you strongly enough to literally go outside and touch dirt.
Oh my God. I rolled around in the grass today on a hill, upside down, floated in the water. It was so good. I highly recommend doing that if anyone can. And it's
I tell people that all the time. Touch some grass. Get out. Enjoy nature.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Sure. But nature's amazing, right? Social media is only part of it. When you're
it's toxic. It's toxic. You're in it too much.
It is. And that's why I love doing these lady streams, getting to know, doing the meetups. Do you agree, Christy? Getting to people in the skin is so much more different. than being online. And you really get to know people, and you've got someone that could help you, and you know they're actually a real person. They just help so much, you know. And that's what I really enjoy, that personal part about it, because especially over bear markets, everyone can get so nasty and wants to argue, and it's a pretty
Thank God
lonely.
that's going away.
Yeah, slowly. There's always someone being an asshole though on Twitter. That's what I
It's
find.
gotten better though, I think. It really has. Like there's a few, but no one cares. Listen, if you're with the Tang Gang, there's nothing's gonna mess with anybody. Like it's everybody's happy, everybody's memeing. We're all having a good time.
Yeah. Well, the Tang Gang are cool. I like the Tang Gang.
I look really. I'm sorry, guys. I had to take the wig off.
No,
I was
you're right.
getting a hot flash. I literally was getting hot flashes. I think the vodka hit me. But like, oh my god, seriously. I look like a wrestler.
Yeah, you look like Hulk Hogan with a black mustache. You're crushing it.
You look like Hulk Hogan.
Yes, I do. Oh my god, I'm so retarded. Anyway, but Sammy, thank you so much for having us on tonight. I'm like literally like so excited. Like we were here and we're here like celebrating the green candles. Oh my god, this hurts. Look. Oh my gosh, eyebrows.
Pulse chain will melt faces. Watch, it's happening before your very eyes.
Oh, yeah, we saw what it did in 1 week when Bitcoin began running up.
Yes.
You know, what's coming? I mean, I think if anyone hasn't noticed, it's going to do. I think it's going to be fire. It's going to do really well. I mean, we've seen proof.
Oh shit, we're still live, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. I have to do this before I leave.
I could not love you harder right now. Really.
You see this box?
Yeah.
This is an amazing box. It's from Lindsay. It's amazing. You see that freedom of speech?
Oh, we see. Oh, zoom in a little more.
Okay. Freedom of speech.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So this was very popular at my party, by the way. And she made this amazing soap.
So cool.
Amazing.
Okay. You see it?
You made that?
She made the soap.
Hand painted bath bomb.
Oh, hand painted.
Oh, yeah. What is the bath bomb? Because I was going to bathe with it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then this jar of goodness.
What is it?
Hold
It's
on.
a pumpkin enzyme mask that I made with pumpkins that we grew in the farm somewhere in Mexico.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
I'm trying to get it where you can see it. I'm sorry.
That's
and
okay.
then the chapstick.
Guys, I'm telling you, thank you, CZ. I really appreciate it. If you can't see it, I'll hold it up a little.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
like, Lindsay.
So these actually have, one of the QR codes leads to pulsechain.com, as it should, and the other one leads to a broken link. So don't do that, because Etsy has a problem with freedom of speech. Honestly, that's the only thing I had.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I had on my listing that was any different than any other product that I've ever made, was to put freedom of speech in the listing information, and I got yanked twice. Today I put it back up without any freedom of speech information, any pulse chain information on it. Boom, my list fixed. I'm like, hey guys, we're not just shadow banned in a crypto world. But
yeah, it's true.
So I love the chapstick. I haven't used anything else, but I love the chapstick.
Yeah, honestly, it's functional business. It's for you guys, for the people. Seriously, it's a functional business card. It's a functional business.
Yeah.
I pull these out of I'm not kidding. I would out everywhere. I'll just casually pull it out, put it on my lips, and people are like, "Oh wow, that's cool looking lip balm," and I'm like, "You have no idea."
Yeah. Do you know if any of these will be at the Austin meetup next week?
I didn't ship any out, so probably not. But I can get some out there if y'all would like some, let me know and I'll ship them out. Functioning QR.
So there are sending some that was left over from the party. Yeah, I think Ashley has them.
Good.
Is Ashley holding the meetup in Austin?
I'm sorry.
Is Ashley holding the meetup in Austin? Cool. How many going? I think it's going to be pretty big, isn't it?
It feels pretty big.
It might beat my party. No, it won't, because it's a more of an educational thing, not a party. So it's not going to be. It's going to beat the party, but it might freaking have the most people for education. There, y'all gonna pack it. We're gonna pack it, right?
Oh yeah. I'm bringing a few friends along so that they can also learn.
Nice.
Ladies, just give us a minute. My dog's run loose. Just give us a minute. I'll get her back. I'll be back. It won't be long. Sorry about this.
Yeah. Do your thing.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, Whitney. Honestly, that is the best way to get people on with green candles or red candles or whatever it looks like out there, is to have them come into a situation so that they can get multiple sources of information. There's going to be somebody in that crowd that they relate to. That's why they're going to that meeting in the first place, whether they know it or not, right?
Yeah. Right.
Because we get tons of it. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I think it's so cool just to see how I think people are really surprised with how many flavors and how many interests are in the community. Yeah, Chris, I'm excited to meet you too. I'm excited to meet more of the people in the space too, physically.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Let's fucking go, Austin.
Are you going to Austin too, CZ?
Yeah, I'm going to represent RG. So he asked me to speak on his behalf, and I'm like, what? Me? Oh, me? Oh, little CZ, I'll do it, but I'm probably going to mess up.
You are going to smash it. You're going to grab attention, and you're going to deliver the message.
All I'm going to say is this: I'm just there for the fun.
I mean, that's all you show up as you, and then everything else will take care of itself. That's
well,
awesome.
I'm going to bring all my lovely stuff you gave me, Lindsay. And then now that I know it's actually a bath bomb, I'm going to set my lovely butt in a tub and use this. And then I'm going to film it.
Oh,
not with my junk out or anything. It's going to just like, I'm going to have a bubble bath and this and it. And I'm just going to be like, look, I'm dropping in the bath bomb. Yes. And by the way, okay, so remember you gave me the extras? We told everybody if they did not tip the bartender I hired, they couldn't have one. And everybody was tipping the shit out of the bartender so they could have one of these. So just
Yeah. Eco Builder, huge shout out to Eco Builder. Thank you. He sent me a hex mold and a pulse chain mold. Pulse chain mold I am going to play with. It's been raining here, and that material really needs to be within a certain humidity range, so to be, for optimal performance. So I will be actually making more of those in chain on them really soon, because I take those are just onboarding tools that I've come up with to use, because what's more relatable than something that like fizzes and smells good? People are like, I cannot get women that are not interested in crypto to be interested in crypto without like some incentive. And everybody likes a good lip balm, and everybody likes a good pampering session. And I don't give it to them until after they've done like at least watched a stream. Watch me minute. I make them sit there for 5 minutes and watch me mint a Zen NFT, and then they can have the bath bomb. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. It's got pulse chain all through it. Like, that's the whole point. That's why I'm doing it. I'm trying to merge communities here and bring more eyes to pulse chain, because when these ETH bros realize the gem mine that we sit on, I just get really excited. I get bro energy. That's how strong that comes through me. I get bro energy, and it's not even mine.
How would you describe this inner bro energy?
Well, I'm in a pickle right now, but I'll try.
Yes. Which, by the way, amazing. Lindsay's been some characters. I'll tell you what, my favorite was a pear.
Oh, hands down, man. I cannot
My
believe
favorite was the fucking pear.
Yeah.
I don't, if you haven't seen the DeFi Sexy Ladies, I don't know which one was that when you were a pair. Was that RG? Was it, when was it? I don't know, but it was hilarious because she decided to come in as a pear, but she looked like a big green ball sack.
I mean,
It was fucking awesome. We all were like, it was amazing.
I mean, let me tell you that what you say and what you do on camera does stay with you. And there are people out there that will use these moments at the most inopportune times in your life. So just if you're not willing to put it out there, then use a better Snapchat filter.
Girl, listen, I have never lived down being a tampon. Okay, like literally it's still out there. You're a tampon. Yeah, I was. And a piece of shit. What do you gotta say? Like, I don't care.
Oh my god.
Oh, ladies, that was a fun stream.
It
But
was
you got people out of their comfort zone. You got people to come out and stream and talk about things that they normally wouldn't talk about.
We had a good time.
That's what it's all about, right?
Funny. And period cup. Your period cup.
Oh my God. Yes, Sammy. Hexy B was a period cup. Do y'all not remember that? What the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't even know
love
what a
the Hex
period cup
ladies.
was. I didn't even know that existed. Oh my God.
Yes, that's right, Ross. I'm a big deal. I'm a pulse chain pickle. That's right. Big deal.
Oh shit. I love it. Chris, thank you for being here tonight, hanging out with us ladies. All right. It's my little Texas friend right there. Little Austin boy.
Speaking of Texas, I don't know. Well, without getting political or sideways or crazy, but man,
we can do that all day long.
There's going to be a lot of changes coming up in the next year. So,
oh yeah.
Whoa. I mean, for them to have,
I'm a little worried about Texas. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, now with an independent energy source coming in, like that's a big deal. Like you have a whole new system for energy on board, and wow, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, I can't even think about that right now.
But those are the things that I think about when, and also history repeats itself. So I'm just saying, if you're not familiar with 1861 and perhaps like areas around the French Revolution, like do some homework, do some research. Those energies are arising again, and things happen faster because we have access to information faster. So
that's the only difference. This has been going on forever. We just now can see. We have the research, it's out there. So, I mean, this is just cycles. It's been like this forever. This is no different, right? Like I tell people this all the time. People are freaking out like, oh my God, the world is ending. Oh, I'm like, no, this is what they want you to think. This has been going on forever. Like go back, look at it. And it's literally been like this forever. Like, I mean, we can go back to before Big Pharma. We could go back to like with the Spanish flu killed everybody. No. Like literally, listen, there's so much research out there, but we can now see it. Like it's available. It wasn't available. This is the only difference. This stuff has been going on. War, freaking, people in the streets fighting for causes, burning down stuff, divide. I mean, it's all been there forever. And I just choose not to dig in a hole to support all that. I just choose to know that I don't have control over it. And as much as it makes people angry or scared or happier, nobody has control over it. The only thing you have control over on your everyday life is you, your family. Have a plan B and just be prepared for anything. Have 3 months of water that's filtered. Have some MREs. Have some stuff that you can put back and call food that is not really food, but it's survival food. Put aside and some, that's all you can do right now. It's just prepare. And I tell people just prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But the cool thing is we are in crypto, and that hopefully is going to be the answer for a lot of the stuff. So I mean, I don't know, but I'm hoping.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping.
absolutely. And I think that's everywhere all over the world, CZ.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we know what's going on, but you know, it's been going on for years. It's only just escalated because it's actually on social media and you can see it more and it's more obvious. But they've been doing this shit for years.
Yeah.
Well, it's because somebody else is ready to profit from it. So that's why the narrative is
That's all it
changing.
is. We're pawns. We're pawns in their game, and that's just what it is. So it's sad. But you know, like I was telling you earlier, I don't want to go into it, but the groups that I got involved with that are doing the crypto for the CBDC, I literally am like, just wow, like what I'm learning that it's just insane. So like, honestly, if you girls are interested, when they have spaces, I'll tag you, or like I'll send you the information to come in these spaces. Like I literally have Freddie in there, Rags comes in there. Like there's a lot of freaking our hexagons they come in the room because I'll tweet out the room. They'll see it. They come in there and they're like always in there now because honestly, it's bigger than like where we're at is bigger than that. So I think we need to know what's going on around us. And I know a lot of people don't want to know and they live in their bubble, but that's okay. Like if that's what you want to do, but I want to know. Like I literally want to know and prepare. So
yeah, absolutely. And in regards to meetups, we know the Austin meetup, which is part of the Pulse Chain tour, is coming up. Are you going to that one, CZ, or not?
Oh yeah, I'm representing RG3.
Yeah, cool. I think I was going away from the computer when I heard you say that. And I know there's a cruise coming up as well. And is that the European Pulse Chain cruise?
No, that's Mexico. That's Cabo.
Mexico. Cool. Is there any other events that we need to know about? I mean, not that
No, Austin coming up, and then Cabo, and then I think that's the end for now.
And that's all this year, is it?
Yeah. I Cabo is where it ends. So it's literally the Pulse Chain Live Tour, crypto cruise, Hex birthday, and Black Hexican's birthday all the same time. So it's going to be a big deal.
Wow. Sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, baby. We're going to wrap it up soon, lady, because the boys are coming on in 7 minutes. So is there anything else anyone wants to add? I mean, for me, I've had a great week watching Hex and Pulse Pump, and it just restores my faith in the whole ecosystem. I'm looking forward to what's coming over the next 6 months. What about you guys?
Air chicken. Okay, so I am excited about what's coming up tomorrow. I'm excited about what's coming up next week. I'm excited about what's coming up next month, next 6 months, next 6 years, because I have a long-term vision, a long-term plan, and my smart friends are coming with me. And we are going to see volatility. We're going to see major shifts, and we will see a lot of different, I'll like throw this out very vaguely. We're going to see a lot of different energies that will come in to manipulate things as we, or try to manipulate things as we see them. Now is more important than ever to stay focused to a plan, to stick to your why, to stick to your goals. And if there's no way that you can get to a meetup, I highly encourage you to sit down at a coffee shop. And I'm going to use these for example because I don't shill anything else. Like this will work for you, but like I'm going to put this up on my Twitter. Please, like, grab a business card that's functional. Put 3 of them on the table with a little sign, with a little QR code that takes you to pulsechain.com. People will stop and ask you a question. There is no mistake that it's not a coincidence they're stopping to speak with you. It's a synchronicity. That means that you have a message to relay to them. There is some relatability to you and that other person at the other side of the table. And, like you're sitting there having a coffee anyway, don't bring your computer, no crypto business in public. That's dirty work. Be safe. But those are meetups that can happen. And those are things that can grow. And that's how you put dirt. That's how you touch dirt with your community is educating them very slowly. It's like you can have some swag on to get attention with it.
Yeah.
People will ask questions and then find that open door that's relatable to them instead of reaching down their gullet to rip it out. So little less salty on the message delivery, but now is the time. Now is the time for the next year and a half. Have the opportunity. It's up to them whether they're willing to take it. But remember that the delivery of that message is well received when it's relatable. And I don't know why that keeps coming to me today to really like hone in there, but it's like the more excited you become about it, the more infectious that is. So hang in there, guys. We're going for a ride. True.
Woo! Yes.
To build upon that and confirm every single thing Lindsay just said. One thing I've found actually the best, and this weekend I'm going to be doing a Twitter Spaces around like best, at least for myself and one of my friends, the best practices that we've had around onboarding, and to make the message kind of somewhat convert for people. Because I just find that we can overwhelm people with so many details they don't need, and so. One thing that has worked really well for me that I'm just going to leave with you guys is ultimately focus on the dream of what people want. People want financial freedom. They want time freedom. They want to be able to spend more time with their family. They want a life that's enjoyable and easy. Speak to those things because that's ultimately Hex Pulse Chain. That's answering their prayer. They don't need to know necessarily about the how, but if they hear that their dream can be solved through that, drip in a little bit more. Speak about some of the problems. The financial system, how the world is shifting, being a part of the change, being part of the innovation, and being rewarded for that. People want to hear that when they can hear that the dream and they can start to see some of the problems, they get hit with a little bit of curiosity. So love it. Stick with a plan, create your passions, follow your passions, find projects that light you up in the cycle and just keep sticking to it.
Oh. Well, I can't follow that because both of you guys just like said everything, but I just wanted to say again, Sammy, thank you for having me on this amazing stream tonight. It was fun, and it's always good seeing you girls, and the positivity is fucking amazing, and let's just keep staying positive and lifting each other up, and let's move forward. And yeah, I'm freaking excited.
Yeah, always love these shows when you all come in, and love meeting new people, smart ladies like yourself, Whitney,
Yes.
and also already smart ladies here. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you going to efforts to dress up. You all look amazing, and sorry I couldn't join you in that because my camera's having a bad hair day. But do come back and visit us. As I said, these are my favorite streams where we all get together and just remember how much fun we can have. We're making money and we're having a great time and getting educated. It's the best thing to do, and wouldn't want to do it with any other ladies because she's awesome.
And I just want to say thank you to everybody that was in the chat and supporting us tonight too. And then my family, HOA, Tang Gang, give a shout out, bam, bam, bam. Okay, that's all.
All right, cool. Yeah, thanks so much, chat. Always, we wouldn't be a show without you guys. And catch us next month for the next Ladies Discourse. And everyone take care, look after yourself, enjoy these pumperoonies.
Much
Bye.
Love.
10,
9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4,
3,
2, 1.